Hey guys, welcome back. 7 Days to Die, and you all might notice we're in a little bit different of a place than we stopped in last time. That's because when I went cuddling with I'll take all that with that guy. Well, yeah, it kind of screwed me, and I kind of was glitched into the floor a little bit, and yeah. So I'll go search this guy. Uh, we're pretty much right where we left off on day 4, and with a dead backpack. And check my character real quick. See if I can make a bedroll. Crafting. Yes, because I would like to keep my spawn point here. And let me check something real quick. There we go. Okay, craft this bedroll real quick. Take these, put these. Actually, you know what? Wow, that's making a little bit glitchy, I gotta say. Oh, what the heck? No, I didn't mean to do that. Put that in there, that in there, that in there, that. Okay, I might have to kill me a zombie. I'm just putting stuff I don't necessarily need in there right now. Okay, I can scrap them. Anyways, put these right here because that wooden bow is pretty much nothing. And now I'll put my bedroll. I'm kind of scared to put it by a dead guy. I'll put it there. Okay. But yeah, I even tried killing him and it showed him like not actually there. So basically I went running as fast as I could because I died and it was about to be nighttime, and found this place, and yeah, I'm in the very top and I'm trying to get my bearings again. So let's talk about my trip a little bit. It was an amazing trip. I haven't seen some of the people I got to see in a couple of years. So it was, hold on. It was a pretty amazing trip. I mean, it could have been better. I didn't get to see everybody I wanted to, but I got to see most of them, and that was a big plus, you know. And overall, it was a really good trip. You are probably seen on my videos that pretty much most trip consisted of me working on vehicles, and honestly I don't have a problem with that because I love working on vehicles and it's really entertaining to me. So it was pretty awesome, you know. Alright, before we go in here, let's go back. Oh yeah, it's just, no it's not. Still trying to get my bearings again. Okay, it's not far in there. Do 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 do. I hate this area. Like, it's so glitchy and messed up. Like, I'm not even worried about searching anything else because the temp cycle is so messed up in this building. Where is it? See, I'm already overheating and Jesus. I'm gonna die right here and not even gonna get to my stuff. I can't ever remember where it is. It's been a week. I bet it's up on the balcony. If I start dying, I'm just, yeah, it is. Come on. Search it, take off. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I figured that would break my leg, sweet. Oh yeah, but I had a splint. Okay, let me make sure. Take waypoint, the quickest out of here. Right here. Okay. I'm probably gonna die in here, I'm not gonna lie. But, oh, no. I'm good. Sweet. I hate that area. It's so glitchy and messed up and so loud and obnoxious. Like, there's no reason for any of that. I'm gonna go search this building, this hospital, see if there's any good loot up there. But yeah, like I was saying, it was overall a good trip. I had a lot of fun. Dropped a slave cylinder, well, dropped a transmission and put a new slave cylinder in a buddy of mine's truck. And I had most of it on video. Didn't record the entire thing because it would have been like 30 minutes of me just working on a vehicle. And, well, not 30 minutes, like, it took us 3 days to get this thing undone because, the guy who put the old transmission in actually put it in wrong. So, him putting that in wrong made it really difficult to get it out. And when doing that, it messed a lot of stuff up. Run. Oh yeah, what I was saying, when doing that, it made it really difficult to get a lot of stuff out because they put the bolts in backwards, and so it made us have to I'm trying to think of the right word and how to word it. It made us have to weld a bolt to the existing bolt and then weld something to that and then unbolt that. Zombies in here. I'm gonna go get that medicine. There's in there a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see, where is this one? Just trying to pull this crawler out real quick. There we go. Search him, nothing. But yeah, those who know a lot of cars know, well, a lot about bolting in general knows righty tighty, lefty loosey. And I don't know how the dude did it, but he put it in there, lefty tighty, righty loosey, and he put them in on the, trying to think of the word for it, the, engine bay. And oh, beer, hold on, dropped him, beer. But he put them in the engine bay rather than the gosh, man. He somehow drilled them into the engine bay instead of the okay then, lady. Instead of the fireball like they were supposed to be. And if you don't know that much about transmissions, then you would not really understand what I'm trying to say. But if you know about transmissions, you know the transmission bolts up to the engine bay, and then from there it bolts up to different places. And it's very hard to explain, and I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. How'd I just die? Okay then, game. 10 points for you. Good job, buddy. 10 points. 10 points. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop trying to explain it because I'm obviously not doing a very good job. So I'm gonna stop trying to explain it. But the best way to explain it is there's a certain place that stuff gets bolted to, and they weren't bolted in the right place. It's about the only way I can explain it, really. And it was a decent trip. Some people would get mad about, say, working on a vehicle or something like that. But I wasn't, you know, because I like doing stuff like that. And it was just fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed my entire trip quite a bit. It was a great trip. There was some stuff that I think could have been better, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm not mad about my trip at all. It was spur of the moment, and I didn't really get to plan all that much into my trip. It was just like, hey, I'm leaving. That's cool. You know, it was completely not a planned trip at all. So it was just, it was what it was. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. It didn't, there was certain stuff that could have been better, but I'm not gonna complain either. Because, like I said, it was a great trip. Yeah, just getting ready for nightfall, putting some other stuff up, and I hear a zombie behind me, but I'm undetected, so I'm gonna craft some wooden frames. Wooden frame. Okay, where is it? Alright. Make a bunch of them, make 20. Alright, anyways. So, above all, it was a really good trip. I will put it that way. Above everything, it was a great trip. And I would definitely, my gosh, why do I always do that? I definitely cannot wait till I go up there just to hang out again, because that was my hometown, you know. Like, when I grew up in a small town, and sorry if you guys hear that. There's an ambulance going by. There's nothing I can do about that. But anyways, that was my hometown, you know. I grew up in a bigger town, and then I moved down to Ellington, Kentucky. I don't know where that zombie's at, but it's kind of creeping me out. That's why I keep pausing. It's being a ninja, and it's not cool. I don't like it. I don't know what just happened to that zombie, but it sounded pretty juicy. But I grew up in small town. Oh, there she is. Come on. Small town Ellington, Kentucky. And it just, it was completely different thing when I moved to, no, sorry, I was trying to focus. But, I grew up in a bigger town, and then I moved to a small town, Owington, Kentucky. And I absolutely hated it, you know? Because I grew up in a bigger place than that, till I moved there. So I absolutely hated it. I mean, I lived like 20-30 minutes away from the closest real store. I think I had one corner store 2 or 3 miles away, and then the closest store after that was 15 miles. And it sucked, you know, because I was all like, man, I grew up here and now I'm here and I have nothing to do, you know. It was just like, man, this blows. But after a while, I just started enjoying being there a lot, and I was really happy that I was there. Like I said, I enjoyed it a lot, and it took me a little bit, don't get me wrong, because I was all like, this is so much different, you know. And we just made it work. And after a while, when I moved down here to Alabama, it was really bad because I grew up in the smaller town after that. Like I said, when I moved there, I hated it, and I don't know why, I don't know what about it that made me hate it so bad, but I just did. Like, I didn't want to be there, and I didn't like it there. And at the time, I loved it. I know that may not make sense, but at the time, it was cool because I felt like I fit in again. I was in a place where I was accepted again. And it didn't take me long at all to realize that I wasn't accepted there either, you know, because I was pretty not steady anymore, if that makes any kind of sense. And it just completely changed it. Like, my perspective was all the way different, you know. It just was no longer the perspective of a city boy. It was a perspective of a country boy in the city. And it just, I don't know, a lot of things changed while I was there, and I don't know if I'm making any kind of sense. I hope I am, but if I'm not, I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to give you all a little bit of an insight as to how I grew up and what I grew up around and my views on certain things and certain stuff, you know. It just, I grew up and I didn't have very much to do, and then after that, I grew up and I had a lot to do. If that makes any kind of sense. Because, like, once again, I fit in, and it was awesome. Like, yay, I fit in again. And, like, I didn't. But then I moved here, and I did. And I have ever since. And I live in a completely different place than I used to. And I'm so happy I do. Because, yeah, I'm just glad not to be there anymore, or be where it was, period. It just, I just don't want to be trapped, if that makes any kind of sense. I felt like where I was at, I was completely and totally and utterly trapped, and I didn't like it at all. And now I'm fine, you know. It just, yeah. I'm trying to make the best sense of everything I can, but I don't know if it's really working out. And at this point, I'm probably rambling, because I'm just trying to think of something to talk about. So, if you like this video, like the video. It helps me out a lot. Take a second out of your day, drop the like button. It helps me out so much. If you didn't like it anyways, cause you're awesome and it helps me out. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. That also helps me out a lot. Because I do this channel for you guys. And it's always been a big dream of mine to be a YouTuber. So, it's Shaggy at YouTube here, signing out, and until the next one. Talk to you guys later. Take care.